So Dr. Bawumiani aid a friend no Miracles Aboakye ne arrest no and matters arising. Yeah, the latest updates at the Bremen lawyer a friend no lawyer Atta. Abuzia me friend the tactical Atta, the strategic Atta, lawyer yi abuzia onimde. Eba NPP criminal appointees na ono NHS cases no esi ni na so the likes of Chama Wontumi Edubuan Miracles Aboakye den so ababeka ona Sisi Ayoko assets a 50 million bail condition on Miracles Aboakye with 3 sureties. Abusuya a lawyer Edin Sembi Ababe to our breaking silence on Miracle Aboakye ne arrest na okasesa 50 million Ghana cedis a year bail condition no. Oshe abrante friend Miracles Aboakye asa sika no kwa kofa ne na a 3 sureties no emutu enye justify ene numre no omo kwa konya saa 50 million Ghana cedis ewon ende utwa ajajo papa osu o chese no de yokofo ne ye no enimbrem sebi ye bullshit into no say Miracles Aboakye eye kipia no mo pese omo kipi no custody wa mo pese omo be releasing and it's almost 48 hours now omo nhu hwe into no lawyer Atta about be breaking silence on the arrest of Dr. Bawumiani aid a friend of Miracles Aboakye. Credits goes to 1957. And I PK fields no at the free yes answer the Joy News credit goes to Joy News or and so to so ma discussion say of course so if Miracles Aboakye ne arrest no abusuya bepem ne NPP for edes so Yoko headquarters or money supporters no more chess say pass or more Miracles Aboakye Omunso free Yoko office or and influencer. Abuza Yumbu Ryan some ya buy the akabeto am. So na answer na be ko Ghana ha open computer papa and a laptop papa na where use ya Bura periodic computers and accessories. The number and the go e screen na aseno. The location na nyara kwan o Kumasi Bokrom Estates Eli. Pick a number na go e screen ase na free periodic computers and accessories. Madam ase.
Look, you interrogate a man and you are running over 4 hours. Marking time until we got our turn. In the final analysis, the bail conditions are cruel and oppressive. Look at this very hour. They are about to exceed the 48 hours as enshrined in the Constitution. Where is this gentleman going to get, 3 sureties, 50 million as a bail sum, and then the properties should worth 50 million, and 2 should post that properties. How are we going to do it? So you can see clearly that the bail terms are cruel and is a way to punish him some more. It's not possible for us to post these securities at this critical hour. And I could say that the rule of law is sitting upside down. It's very unfortunate.
So will he be released today?
How is he going to be released? How is he going to post the bail bonds? How is he going to do it? 50 million Ghana cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified. That means 2 of them should post properties. I do not see why, in the civility of things, a man who is coming into Ghana to be arrested and kept all this while. Because the past record is showing that they've invited him here and he came, and they said when they needed him, they'll call him. So I believe that democracy and the rule of law has been reversed backwards, that a man who is not running away and is decent enough to go through Kotoka International Airport, or what they call the Accra Airport, is arrested and detained all this while. I don't believe that is how we should conduct affairs. It is not proper. As if he's a common criminal, and I don't see common criminals coming to the Kotoka Airport.
Police personnel have mounted a heavy security presence at the Yoko premises with barricades preventing NPP supporters from gaining access. The supporters are demanding the release of the man who is also an aide to flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Maxwell Agbagba, my colleague, is there for us. Maxwell, what can you report? Maxwell, if you can hear me, what can you report? All right, so we're trying to establish contact with my colleague, Maxwell, who has been at the Yoko head office since afternoon, I'm sure, because he went to replace Aveji. And it's basically around the arrest, or should I say, Yoko's detention of Dennis Miracles.
And also, you know, you can see party stalwarts and supporters and sympathizers of the MPP, particularly Dennis, you know, there in their numbers, hundreds, and if you will. But we're told that Maxwell is back on the line. Maxwell, if you can hear us, what more can you report?
Is that the crowd has been here since morning, but as the hours are going by and as night falls, we've seen the numbers and the hopes of many of them who are gathered here waiting for the release of Dennis Miracles Aboakye, thinning out. But just about 10 minutes ago, we saw the crowd here getting agitated. We saw some of the officials of the NPP. I had one of them actually saying that about 2,000 men are on their way coming here. So that got some of the police officers to come and stand behind, you know, the barricades here. But if you come here, the supporters are still gathered here on the streets, waiting for the release of Dennis Miracles Aboakye, who is still being interrogated by officials of Yoko. Within that premises, we have seen some of the NPP officials getting in there, some of them coming out, some of them explaining to us what has been taking place there. But in there, we were earlier informed that lawyer Atta is the national organizer of the party. Nana Aboakye is also in there. We also told that some other party bigwigs, you know, are there. Just a while ago, I saw the deputy minority chief whip, Jerry Ahmed Shaib. He's standing just about 50 meters away from where I am standing. So quite a number of party faithfuls and supporters are here. All of them waiting for the release of Dennis Miracles Aboakye. But I have a lawyer here with me, Kwesi Boche. Yes, he's here with me. He has also been here since morning, I want to believe. What's the latest you're picking up?
The latest we are picking up is that they are almost done with interrogation. As you may be aware, this began the interrogation around 3:30 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
Despite Samuel Atta, Honorable, being here since about 9:30, 9 a.m. Interrogation started a while ago, and so we are hoping that interrogation will conclude shortly, and then he'll be released, because the law is clear. I mean, you cannot hold a suspect beyond 48 hours unless you send a suspect to court. As at now, we know he's not been officially charged yet, and so we are hoping that
okay, so we see Samir Wuku. Okay, so Samir Wuku there, member of, sorry, I'll come back to you shortly. Member of Parliament for Kwapem North. Let's hear exactly. Okay.
We just concluded his interrogation, so very soon we will get to know what exactly transpired in there. But clearly, the statement even Yoko did put out, saying that the other suspects voluntarily has started paying to it, is even inaccurate. It's completely not linked to the reason why you've invited Miracles as well. So just as we said, this government is very fixated with trial in the media. So let's see after everything how they'll be able to also adduce the needed evidence as well, because it's completely delinked. That whatever the person started paying was way back. It was in excess of about 500,000 cedis or so. The person had an arrangement because it was flagged by an audit over a year plus ago, had an arrangement with the institution, has started paying back that money and was left with about 70,000. So if today you make the statement look like, well, you know, the Miracles case is linked to what the guy has been paying back.
We are told he's been investigated for 7 suspected offenses, including.
Anytime you go arrest you, one of the charges that they will slap on you is money laundering. So take that straight away. Secondly, the Miracles is a known quantity, but let's get something fundamental here. One, the person is a known quantity. Miracles first came before Yoko about a month or so ago with his lawyer. You were investigating him. You were investigating him in connection with, you know, his tenure at the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization. And then afterwards, you told him that when you need him, you let him know. He never heard from you. Even Yoko back that, look, we haven't heard from you guys again. They said, when we need you, we'll let you know. The gentleman travels out of the country. On his way back, you arrest him at the airport that you put him on stop list. One thing that is key is that there's a limit to how much you can suppress dissent. Anytime this government's back is against the wall, they need to find a way of arresting an opposition activist. Then pump up charges and then try you in the media and subsequently want to jail you even in the media. And it's unfortunate. His lawyers have been in there with him. They've had about 4 hours of interrogation or so. They're just about concluding it. And then,
hopeful are you that he's going to be released this evening?
we're waiting for the Honorable Atta who was in there with him. What we do know is that he had not eaten the whole day, so we just got him some food. We're waiting for his lawyer to tell us what transpired in the interrogation.
Bill, are you sure you'll be able to meet the bill requirements?
Oh, under this government bill conditions, it's like going for Ghana airport as a surety. So I just hope that they won't ask him Miracles to go for White House as a surety or go for the entire sea. So we're waiting for it. Nothing surprises us about this government again. But even this is part of the preparatory work towards the term agenda, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So, thank you.
Okay, so we just had a member of parliament, Samia Wuku there. He stepped out from the interrogation room not long ago. He was on the premises of Yoko, where the interrogation is happening. Like I mentioned, he was there. The national organizer of the NPP, Henry Nana Aboakye, was also there. Lawyer Atta was also there. Gary Numakum, he stepped out about some hours ago. And he says, Samia Wuku, Ekwapim North MP, says the interrogation is about ending. So we're waiting to see what is going to happen next, whether he'll be granted bail. Of course, many are hopeful and optimistic. Many of the supporters here are optimistic that he's going to be granted bail because it's running into 48 hours. And of course, as is constitutionally stipulated, they cannot keep him beyond certain hours. So many of them are hoping that he'll be granted bail. But another issue that has also come up here strongly is whether, even if he's granted bail, he'll be able to meet, the bail conditions. That's another worry for some of the party faithfuls who are gathered here. But the police officers who are here have been here. They've been here. They've kept a presence here this morning, and they've changed the shifts. So these are those on the evening shift. You can see the barricades here, keeping the supporters at bay. Like I mentioned earlier, about 4 hours, 3 hours ago, it was all calm. Just when the clock was about to strike 7 p.m., that's when the crowd started getting agitated a bit. And we had one executive, regional executive, telling the police that they have 2,000 men.
Right. Thank you so much, Maxwell, for that excellent job done. Also joining us for more on the story is private legal practitioner Justice Abdullahi. We're grateful for your time here, sir. Well, the council say that he's been coordinating with Yoko. In fact, per the statement Yoko released, we understand that Miracles have been coordinating or cooperating, I should say, with Yoko. Is there a threshold he might have crossed in this case?
Indeed, I think from all indications, let's look at the standard practice when one engages or becomes a person of interest or an arrested person of the security agencies. Typically, they'll put you on a stop list at the various points of entry and exit. And so if you wish to travel, it is your obligation to inform them so they allow you to travel more or less by removing the stop list, enabling you to leave or enter as and when is needed. Now, this is the authority that is constantly come under abuse by security agencies. One of the several abuses that as citizens we suffer from our various security agencies. They do this without a court order. They do this without the purview of the court, and so you would not even, and most of the time they don't even tell you that you've been put on the stop list. And so you have your passport, you have all your traveling documents with you. You make a decision to travel only to be arrested at the port of exit for things you would never know, because as far as you're concerned, similar to, I'm sure, what the Miracle is going through.
So briefly,
you are cooperating, you are doing whatever, and nobody has informed you of anything, of your right not to exit.
Well, Justice,
and this is kind of surprising.
Justice, before I let you go, I mean, again, referring to the statement Yoko released, we understand that one of the accused, Gerald Appiah, has started refunding the money he had been accused of. Is that an admission of guilt?
That could be an admission of guilt, but that is not the entire story that we may be privy to. Sometimes, because of the bad systems that we operate, the criminal justice system, how a person might decide to, if you like, refund or cooperate fully, not because he's guilty, but because what you would go through sometimes to even vindicate yourself will be worse than the punishment you suffer by, say, paying the money if you have the money to pay. And so, yes, sometimes if you do not look at the circumstances from a different angle, you might think and assume safely that once a person has decided to refund money he has been accused of stealing.
Right. Justice Abdullahi, thank you so much for your time here.
Now, this evening, government has joined the people of Dagbon, Ghanaians nationwide, in mourning the passing of the overlord of Dagbon, Yana Aboakye Muhammad II, now describing his death as a profound loss to the traditional kingdom and the country at large. In a statement issued on Monday, July 13, government conveyed President John Dramani Maham's deepest condolences to the royal family, the chiefs and people of Dagbon, as well as all Ghanaians, during what it described as a moment of deep sorrow. Now, before we get to the details of President Mahamad's statements, Joy News regional correspondent Martina Bugui and Abdul Wahab Yamza reflect on his reign and his legacy.
Dagbon has lost a mighty tree. The lion of Africa is quiet now. The royal drum has fallen silent, and a pillar of tradition has passed. The entire kingdom is mourning after the death of the Yana, its revered king. In every traditional area, chiefs, elders, and citizens are grieving a monarch whose leadership and presence defined the kingdom. As traditional rites begin, according to Dagbon custom, people are paying their last respect and waiting for a word from the palace. This is more than the loss of a king. It is the loss of a symbol of unity, heritage, and authority. The late Yana Aboakye Muhammad II became the 41st Yana, succeeding Yana Yakubu Andani II after nearly 2 decades of protracted chieftaincy dispute between the Abudu and the Andani royal families. Yana Aboakye Muhammad II, before he ascended the throne, served as the chief of Pumpunu before moving to occupy Savelugu Skin in 2014. His leadership at Savelugu earned him recognition for his commitment to traditional governance, community development, and the promotion of peace. The journey of Yana Aboakye Muhammad II to the highest traditional office in Dagbon followed years of conflict over the murder of Yana Yakubu Andani II and his successor. After years of mediation led by the government and eminent chiefs led by Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the two sides agreed to a roadmap for peace. It was under that agreement Yana Aboakye II was obtained by the kingmakers of Dagbon. On 18th of January 2019, he was enskinned with his king name Yana Aboakye II at the Bewa Palace. His enskillment was witnessed by thousands of people, traditional rulers, government officials, religious leaders, and representatives from across the country.
Well, for more on this, Abdul Wahab Yamza, our reporter in the Northern Region, joins us live right now on Zoom. For more on this, Abdul, good evening. Many thanks for your time. How are residents reacting to the death of the Yana?
Good evening. Thank you so much. And I don't receive the news of the king's passing with deep sorrow and a strong sense of loss. Many have expressed shock and sadness, describing him as a symbol of unity, peace, and tradition. So across the kingdom, people are mourning his death, with many, some sharing memories of his leadership, contributions, and the impact he had on the lives of his subjects. So the atmosphere remains solemn as residents come to terms with the loss and pay their respect to the late king.
Abdul, I mean, we know that this is a great loss, but let us know what are the next steps following the demise of the Yana. What's going to be what are the next couple of days going to look like?
Yes, so even before the announcement was made, the king was buried, and the elderly son of the king was enskinned as the regent with the skin name kyea Yakubu. So he will be steering the affairs of Gabon until the final funeral rites is performed and a successive king will be selected to replace the late king. So there will be the 3D funerals rites that will be done on Thursday. So from there, the funeral will officially commence. So from now, the elderly son of the king remains the leader with the skin name, the kyea Yakubu. He remains he runs the affairs of Gabon until the final rite is done.
Thank you so much, Abdul Yamza.
Now, the Ghana Journalists Association is demanding sanctions against the perpetrators of the assault on Adumbrand's Obrimpomba Kwame Owusu. The journalist was assaulted on Saturday evening by men in military uniform while covering development during the New Patriotic Party's constituency executive elections. Obrimpomba Kwame Owusu narrated his ordeal to Joy News.
On Saturday, during the NPP constituency.
So abuzua we ne ensema ekọ so e political highway ne so eye lawyer attaching the tactical strategic attaching ono na oba be breaky silence any matters arising on Miracles Aboakye arrest but am say some of je penekoko teaser and some way my aha gossip politics TV so